Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm happy to be here with you today. We are going to make this adorable box. It is Wacky Wednesday. I never know what I'm going to do. For the last couple weeks, I've been doing videos on information. So today I decided to give you guys a treat box because I love making treat boxes and I love this Thanks a Bunch set paired with the Easter Bunny bundle. So since you can get this one for free, you might as well buy the Easter Bunny bundle and pair them together. Of course, Stylish Shapes is always in my arsenal. So that's another piece that I used with it. We're actually going to be using the die cut machine. Yay us. And we're going to be using it with this small die right here. I'm going to put that up there so I don't forget. And it is what I used to do the thanks on the front. How cute is that? So this is a little box that opens from the top. I don't really feel like opening it right now, but I will show you on our new one. But let's go ahead and move this stuff out of the way so that I can start crafting with you. We're going to be using, we're not going to use the punch today because we use this bunny from the set. There's 3 bunnies. One of them uses the punch, but we use this one today. This bunny here is the one that cuts out with the punch. I'm kind of afraid that the punch is going to sell out, so I would recommend that you get yours as soon as possible. All right, let's get started. I have all my parts and pieces here. We're going to start with a piece of Petal Pink, and it is 5 inches by 8.5. So you can get 2 of these out of 1 piece of cardstock. I always love those. You're going to put it down the 8.5 inch side first, and we are going to score at 1.5, at 3.5, at 5, and at 7. And then we're going to rotate it to the short side. And the short side, we're going to do 2 score marks. We're going to do 1 at 1.5 and 1 at 3.5. So this is what you have. When you're done, we're going to burnish it with our bone folder. And then we're going to do a little bit of cutting. So let me get this out of our way. I love my Simply scoreboard. For those of you who don't have one, you need to get yourself one because pretty awesome. All right, let's burnish on all our score lines. All right, let's show you all of those. Let's see. Can you see them all? All right, we're gonna do a little cutting. First, we need to get rid of these because the front of the box doesn't have fold-in sides. So we need to get rid of the ones on either side of our front flap. Okay. Then we need our front flap, so we're going to go ahead and cut that on both sides. And that forms the top of our box. Now these flaps here, we're going to angle them, and they are going to be the inside. So we're going to cut along here, and then angle cut our tabs. See? Angled. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to angle this one that we cut for the front part. Oops, I didn't cut that well enough. There we go. We're going to angle this one and then trim it out. That's what we got so far. We're going to do the same thing on this tab. So we're going to cut this part straight and we're going to angle. I'm not sure if we need that last one angled. I can't remember when I made this box, so we're gonna just roll with it, and if we need to angle cut it, we will. So for right now, when I place this down, we might need one more angle cut, but we'll figure that out in a few minutes. That's what I have so far. All right. When I made myself my template, I forgot to mark my pieces, so not sure until we put it together. Let's see. These are our sides. And then these pieces come in. So yeah, we can angle cut that. Let's go ahead and do that. It gives us a little bit of room when we do the angle cutting because there's less bulk. So yeah, so these are gonna come in here. Those are the sides of our box. These are gonna come in as well, okay? And then this is gonna go like this, and that's what forms our box, okay? So let me let you get a screenshot now that I angle cut our pieces. So go right ahead. And then we will get started. We're going to attach our DSP. And I am using DSP from the Dandy Designs, free from the Celebration pack that is available for us. So I have 4 pieces that are 1 7/8 by 1 3/8. And they are going to go on the front panel, the side panels, and the back panel. Okay, this is the bottom of our box. And then we have 1 piece for our lid. And that piece is 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. So let's go ahead and glue all that together. Let me grab my silicone mat and my wet glue. All right, so if you haven't seen my video for making a custom box, check it out because you can learn how to make your own boxes to fit whatever it is that you want. I have taught you how to do that in my custom box video. It's over under my live section because I did do that as a live video, a live stream. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I'll try and link it in the video here if I can figure out how to do that. Oh boy. All right, let's add our DSP. I'll wait on that one. I'll do the sides first. This is a really fun pack of DSP. It's perfect for spring. The colors are amazing. It works great for Easter. Now this does not have to be an Easter project. Those of you who know, my daughter has a bunny, and so anything bunny is not necessarily Easter for us, for our family. We just love bunny things because we love the little bunny in our life. All right, so there are my 4 1 3/8 by 1 7/8 piece of designer series paper. And then let's go ahead and do our 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 piece. Oops. And then we are going to glue all of our box piece together. All right, so this is the top, this is the sides, and this is the front, and this is the back. So let's put the back on first. So we're gonna put these 2 pieces right here on either side of the back DSP. They're gonna get pushed to the inside and in, inside and in. I'm gonna push this piece back and I'm gonna bring these sides to meet, just like that. 1 and 2. Make sure it's nice and straight and squared. Gonna hold that in place. And make sure, oops, make sure it's nice and square. There we go. Now we're gonna bring the 2 front flaps in. And we're gonna put adhesive on those. And you can cut these if you don't want them to overlap. It doesn't bother me that they overlap but you can always cut them so that they don't, if you don't want that extra bulk in your box. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them in like so. We're gonna go ahead and attach that. Make sure it's nice and square. I'm just gonna hold it in place for a second so that it grabs nicely. All right, so there's our box. These flaps are gonna go to the outside and they are gonna be attached with the ribbon. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill our box. We're gonna put jelly beans made out of sweet tarts. So let's go ahead and put those in there, fill up our little box. All right, and then this is gonna come down around all the sides. So let's grab our ribbon. I gotta find it first. Did I put it away? I think I did. Oh no, here it is. Here we go. So I'm not exactly sure how much ribbon I used. So what I did was I just kind of brought this around and I just made sure, whoops, that I had enough. I'll measure it for you this time, but when I did it for my project, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough to tie my loop. So let me grab my ribbon scissor here and give this a trim, and then I'll measure it for you. Let's bring my ruler in here. Looks like 7, 19. You probably could go with 18. We'll see when I go to tie it how easy it is, but I think I cut it a little long just to make sure, but I don't think we need it that long. All right, so what you're gonna do is wrap it around and you're gonna bring it to the front. Whoops. It wants to, of course, pop open because it has all that candy in there. But we're gonna go ahead and give it go. Yeah, definitely could have cut an inch less. So 18 inches is perfect, guys. So there's your ribbon. Too big, so we're gonna pull on these guys and see how long they are. It's way too long. Before I didn't have to trim my other box. I didn't have to trim the ribbon piece at all. I left it the size. So yeah, I think about 18 inches would be perfect. All right, and this doesn't want to react right, so I'm gonna retie it. Sorry. When my ribbon doesn't listen to me, I don't know what to think about it. All right, this side is way too long, so let's wiggle our ribbon a little. Have you ever had to adjust your ribbon because one side is longer than the other? That's all I'm doing. Okay, yeah, then now they're even. Try this one more time. There we go. I'm happier with that. So we're gonna pull on our loops and make, you guys know what we do when ribbon chooses to not behave itself. We use a mini glue dot. To force it into submission, right? So that's what we may have to do with this one. I didn't have to do that on the first one. I don't know why this one's giving me, there we go. Such a hard time. All right, so there's my loops and there's my legs. I'm gonna trim just slightly, I think. All right, I'm gonna puff that up and I'm gonna slide this down because we need to make room for the thanks. So let's go ahead and stamp that. I'm gonna bring my stamp into play here. We're gonna use our Tuxedo black ink, and we're using the thanks from Thanks a Bunch from our carrot set. Such a cute thanks. And this is just a scrap. I don't have a size for you because it's just a scrap of my Calypso coral. So there's our word thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that, and I'm gonna bring out my mini stamp cut and emboss machine, and we are going to go ahead and cut that out with the small die. We're going to use platform number 1, cutting number 2, put our paper, put our thanks on here, and you just want to make sure that you can read it, that it's pretty even through that window there, okay? And then I'm going to move my sandwich. I'm going to stagger it so that it's not even. That's the key to the mini machine, is to stagger your plates. So I'm going to go ahead and put it through. All right, and there's our thanks. This is what is left over of my scrap. Here's my thank you. It says thanks, isn't that cute? All right, we're gonna get rid of this. We'll take this little guy and take it out of the way. Don't forget, you can earn the blue machine if you would like to join my team. The boho blue mini machine can be yours, or the white one that I just used, whatever you prefer. All right, so we have our box, we have our thanks. This is the third from the outside circle, so the third one down, 1, 2, 3, from Stylish Shapes. I have stamped already our bunny. We are going to use the Calypso Coral light and dark blends to color our little bunny in. So let's go ahead and get started with him. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right, so we're gonna start, oops. We're gonna start with our light. We're gonna go around our bunny here. You know how I like to outline. If you haven't seen my video on coloring, it's under the Adorable Owls playlist. You should watch that if you haven't seen it, and I'll show you how I go about using my Stampin' Blends to color. I also had a video yesterday, not a video, a blog post yesterday, or actually, I guess it was Monday, not yesterday. And on that blog post, I talked about Stampin' Blends and how I use them. So if you would like an overview on Stampin' Blends, then you should go ahead and watch that. I think you'll, I mean, not watch it, but go to my blog and check that out. I do blog on a daily basis. Let's do the little feet here. All right, now for dark, do the inner ear, little belly, and these colors do lighten as they dry because they seep into the cardstock. All right, I'm gonna add the little pads of the feet. How cute is this bunny? Just some simple coloring today with the blends. Let's go ahead, cut him out, and then we're gonna do a little bit of work with an X-Acto knife. And I like to use glass to cut with my X-Acto knife. So I will link in the description below for you the tools that I use. fairly simple to fussy cut. Very little intricate parts to this bunny. I left a little bit too much white, I think, around that foot there. There we go, much better. And trim this piece here around that. All right, so there's our bunny. Looking so cute. All right, so I'm gonna use a piece of glass. That's what I use when I do any kind of cutting with an X-Acto knife. So I have a glass mat. And I am going to trim along this part of the bunny here, along the arms at the top, that little V, because I need to be able to fit. And then we want to do the bottom part of the arms here. I need to be able to fit the carrots from Thanks a Bunch into his little bunny arms. All right, so I want to do a bunch of carrots into his arms there. I want to make sure that I have this close enough here. There we go. All right, so I've already stamped them. They're the small bunch of carrots. I'll show you. This little bunch right here, and that's the top. So I have two pieces. I'm going to glue them together after they're in the bunny's arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mini glue dot, I was going to say, but mini dimensional down here where it's going to hold my carrots, and up here I'm going to put one for the tops. All right, so I'm just going to stick that right up there. I'm going to pull the backs off. I want to give some dimension to that bunch of carrots in his arms. So we're gonna slide these guys. Well, let's make sure that I cut it all the way through. I did. Okay, for a second I thought, oh, did I cut it all the way through? I did. So we're gonna slide this underneath and we're gonna bring it up like so. But I do not want it to stick to the top. What I want to stick are this piece under there. Okay, see how he's holding that? Just like that in his arms. Isn't he so cute? So there is the little bunny with his carrots, hugging on his carrots, but adding that dimensional back there helps give this a little bit of lift as well as there, and it looks like he's really holding on to them tight. All right, so let's go ahead and move my glass mat out of the way, and let's cover up my X-Acto knife, and let's attach some dimensionals onto the back of my circle. Actually, I'm gonna put them on the box. I'm gonna put one on each corner here, and then we'll stick the circle down. That way we know they won't show if we put them on the box first. So let's go ahead and put them on the box, and then I'm gonna pull the backs off, and we'll add our circle just like that onto our box. And then we want to pop him up off of our box as well. So let's go ahead and put one there, just wherever you feel that he needs. Now his ears, we're gonna put mini ones, but they stick up off, so you want to make sure that you don't put them too high. You put them at the bottom section of the ear. There we go. All right, so let's pull the backs off. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come on, there we go. All right. So let's attach our little rabbit. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Onto our box, and then we're gonna do our thanks. Let's use 3 of these little guys. And then this is gonna go on the front of our box. I am gonna cut these tails, they're just slightly too long. I definitely think 18 inches was the magic number. Let's go ahead and put our thanks at the top of our box, and we're gonna drop this ribbon just slightly here. There we go. There's our thanks. Let's trim this. There we go. I'm gonna move the ribbon right up to the base of that bow so that you guys can see that really cool thanks on there. So that is our project. Isn't it so precious, this cute little bunny? So again, we've used the Easter Bunny bundle, which has a punch. Don't let it sell out, but get yours before it sells out. You can choose your thanks a bunch for free with your purchase. And we also used the stylish shapes, which I know right now they're not available until I want to say February 15th or something, 13th, I can't remember, the week of the 13th. So yeah. Next week. But definitely get your Easter Bunny and your thanks a bunch. I appreciate you guys being here. I always love sharing projects with you, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, share my video with your friends. I would greatly appreciate that. You guys have a fantastic day. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!